Hello, hello. If you're watching the replay, I'm just waiting for Zoom to tell me that I'm live on Facebook. So I think that I might already be live, and I'm just waiting to double check. So hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the last video of Double Your Tribe Challenge, the 14-day Double Your Tribe Challenge, and it has now been 14 days. So let me just make sure that this video is coming up in the group. And so that you can obviously see this a little bit later on if you're watching the replay. 2 moments, let's just see who we have got on. Okay, so I can see it. Let's bring up the comments. Good, okay, we've got comments. I can see that we're live. And you are watching the replay, you're watching live, so give me a hashtag replay, give me a hashtag live, you know the drill by now, but I need to see that you're here, that you can hear me. I was talking to someone who's going to do some training for me for something I'm going to talk to you about in a minute, and he was telling me how he did a training session and nobody could hear him for the whole training session, but also nobody told him, but he didn't ask his audience either. So sometimes you go live and something's wrong with your microphone, or this is my microphone, or sometimes the signal's bad or whatever, so you might not realize that you're not live. Yesterday, I know Stu McLaren, who is like the best membership, let's say like the guy that knows everything about memberships, he was saying that when he did a webinar yesterday, just like last night / early hours of the morning for the UK, he had real trouble with the comments on his webinar software. And so most people were fine with it. But some people were being really, really negative about the fact that they couldn't comment, or things weren't working, and then saying, you know, is it even live and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes you need to ask your audience to comment with, hey, hashtag live, hashtag replay, so that you know that your audio is working, that your video is working, and you're priming people for commenting. So I know it's a bank holiday here in the UK. If you're watching from America, then it's not a bank holiday for you, I don't think, but it is over here in the UK. So most people have been off today. I have done some one-on-one coaching calls with people because I don't have days off as such, but I also don't work all day long. I only work a few hours a day. So I've been doing some coaching calls with people and talking about how to set up retargeting ads for somebody who is getting amazing opt-ins, like £1, €1 for his opt-ins, and then his average person is worth nearly £6,000 to him. So that's amazing. And most of the people that are opting into his email freebie are then joining his free challenge thing, and then he's trying to upsell those people that are in the free thing. And so we're looking at whether he should try, which is my suggestion, try doing a paid challenge, because then you attract different kinds of people. And this is for you as well. If you are running free things, what you'll find is that there are lots and lots of people out there who will just opt into their stuff for free, and they will not become buyers because they're not that kind of person. Whereas if you get people that are buyers, even if it's a small amount, like this challenge was only $97, it's not very much at all. Even if it's just a $7.95 ebook or real book, free plus shipping book, like one of these, then when you get people that are actually buyers, then they are most of the time more profitable for you, and actually people who will take action, and therefore people who get results. So that's what he's now doing. We are now testing the free people that he kind of already had against going directly to get people to pay. So hello, Rosie says, hi, you want to do this, get paid challenges? Yes, you do. And actually one thing that I'm doing in the next, not this coming week, because I'm going to America, yay, for my 2 Comma Club X coaching, but in the next couple of weeks, but in this month, is doing a breakdown actually of how I have in literally 6 weeks created a challenge, a paid challenge, from literally having the idea at Funnel Hacking Live in February to launching. And then I'm now, you guys are my second challenge group to go through. And then there's something after that I'm going to tell you about in this short little video to wrap up what we've done this week. And I'm going to do a breakdown of how exactly I've done that. So literally the posts that I use, how I came up with the ideas, like where people were, the messaging, the results that I'm trying to get for people, the steps that people can take throughout the challenge to get them the results, because people don't take action and they don't get any results, and that's never your fault. You know, Stu McLaren was saying exactly this today when he's talking about his membership stuff. You have to give people actions to take, but you cannot take them for them. You just have to persuade them to take the action by talking about the results that they're going to get if they do take the action. So I'm going to break down all of that in the next thing. But first of all, what I want to do for you is just recap where we've gone over the last 2 weeks together, what kind of results different people have seen, and talk about if you want to continue doing this kind of thing, keep up that momentum, what is coming next, what you can come along with me on. So yes, Rosie says, yeah, I want this, please. Awesome. Okay, so what have we learned? Well, first of all, we talked about the Facebook profile funnel and the fact that you need to streamline your personal profile to get people through to your page when you're using Facebook for business. And most of the time when you're on Facebook, you're using your personal profile. So it is so important that you give people clarity about what you do, and you give them a singular focus, a singular path of where to go to find out more. And that's why we did away with all of the distractions in your profile and gave people images and cover photos and feature photos that then will lead people to go and want to click into your page, click into your group, go on to your email, your freebie, your lead magnet. So that's the first thing we did. Then we really deep dove on who your ideal person is. And I can tell you, from having spent tens of thousands of pounds and dollars on courses and how to learn to do many things from all of the people that are known on the internet for building online businesses. We're talking James Wedmore, Amy Porterfield, Stu McLaren, Russell Brunson. Who else have I done courses with? Like so many people. The first thing they all get you to do is to identify your ideal customer. And so that was the most important thing that we did, that then has led on to all of the other things. Because if you do not know who you are selling to, then you can never say the right things that get them sold, because you don't want to have to force people into buying your stuff. You want to talk to them in a way that makes them go, yes, 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 that's me. You're talking about me. And so they'll follow you and they'll come along on your journey through your path, through your funnel, whether it's your Facebook profile funnel, through to your email funnel, whatever it is. So we focused really deeply, and you got to know your ideal client avatar, and you now have that person in your mind. Here's mine. Here are my people. But you now have that person in your mind if you did the homework. So let me know in the comments if you did that bit. Did you streamline your Facebook profile funnel? Did you go deep on your ideal client avatar? So then after that, we talked about different ways that you can get to your ideal client. So we talked about groups, how almost everything that happens on Facebook happens in groups. And since the course of the start of this challenge, there's been the F8, the annual Facebook Developers Conference, and even more so than before, Facebook are going to be focusing on groups, on taking conversations. Mark Zuckerberg said they're going to be taking conversations from big public conversations down to more closed conversations, which means one-on-one and which means in groups. So groups are going to become even more important. So you need to know how to get people's attention in the groups. And we did training on how you can get people's attention, how you can get your ideal client to self-identify, and how they will then stalk you and click on your face in groups and come through your Facebook profile funnel. We also talked about how to reach the big influencers, the people who already have your ideal client in their audience, which means that if you connect with that person and you start connecting with the audience and giving value, those people will then follow you. They will come into your Facebook profile funnel, and you're going to be giving such value to the influencer that they are going to recognize you too. And you're going to start to get opportunities to do collaborations with them, to get in on even their first offers. All that kind of stuff makes a massive difference. So we talked about infiltrating into your dream, like your dream 100, your ideal person, like the influencers that they are following. And again, this is why it's so important that you know who your ideal customer is, so you can identify who they follow, and then you can link up with that person. I've just knocked my my desk. So Rosie says, all done and deeply awesome. And hello, Anne. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, Anne put up an interesting comment recently, the fact that she hasn't been able to do all of the homework because other things have come up, because it's life. And also, so what's next for her? Can she rejoin? So Anne, keep watching, because this video is for you. It's for everybody, on how you can keep going with the momentum. And if you haven't been able to do all of the training, what you can do. Okay, so we talked about groups, we talked about infiltrating, we talked about the principles of Facebook. The fact that when you go out and you go for coffee, and I had this exactly today. I was having coffee in a Cafe Nero. I'm not sure if you've got them in the US, but we've definitely got them in the UK. I was in a Cafe Nero, and across the way from me, there was a girlfriend and a boyfriend, and she had her phone out taking photos of him drinking coffee. It's almost like nobody seems to even mind anymore about the fact that they're taking photos all the time. So people are sharing what they're doing in their real life with people from their social media life. People are then stalking each other because they're watching, you know, the other people are on the other end are watching what everyone's doing. They're finding you in groups and they're going on your profile. They're going through your photos. You've had it. People like your photos and you're like, whoa, they're going through my photos. You've had that. So you know people stalk. I like to say stalk. They stalk you through your profile, and they will stalk you through your profile photo if you set it up. And then also you need to be able to get people's attention in the first place. So you have to stop the scroll. People are scrolling all the time. It's getting harder and harder to get them to stop. I had this exact conversation with the one of the people I was talking about earlier, of who I was having a one-on-one coaching call, well, consulting call today with, about his Facebook ads. And he said, well, why would I want to run a different ad to the same audience? And I said, because that first ad might not have got their attention. Might have been the wrong image, might have been the wrong wording, might have been the wrong headline, the wrong action. There are people, Facebook knows, there are people who will click on ads but never opt in. There are people who will opt in. There are people who will watch videos. There are people who will watch videos for a second or two. There are people who will watch videos for 10 seconds or more. Facebook knows these people. And so you need to be running, if you're doing ads, you need to be running lots of different types of ads to try and get their attention. Now, if we just talk about the free stuff, the organic posting, we just need to try different things to get people to stop and to pay attention. And so we need to be talking about hooks. What kind of things have we been doing that's really interesting to people to get them to stop when they're scrolling through? Images of you, because people connect with people. We are hardwired to respond well to a smile. So when you smile on your Facebook photo, in your videos, people will smile back, because if you think about tiny babies, they smile at everybody, anybody. It's in our brain to respond well to smile. So if you start smiling and you put up images of you, you will get a good reaction. You will get people to start interacting with you because you look like a nice, normal person and they want to connect with you. People don't actually want to be connecting with the people who feel like they're on these pedestals really, really high up and out of reach. People want to connect with real people just like me and you, who are a few steps ahead of them, who can say, hey, I'm just like you. I'm a few steps ahead of you. And these are the actions that I took to get here. And those people on the other end are going to say, yes, I can do it too, because you're just like me and you've taken those actions. I can do it too. So you need to come across as a regular, natural, authentic person in all of your posting on Facebook. And people will follow you for being real and normal and natural, rather than this perfect newscaster type who they feel no real connection with. You know, the reason that we like the characters in superhero films, and I've just been to see the Avengers Endgame, which was amazing. I cried so much, like literally I came out and it was like everything was a mess, and I'll tell you no more. But the reason that we connect with people in those movies is because they are real. They have flaws, they have struggles, they have good times too. I personally found that one particular character in the Avengers Endgame, and to be fair, I haven't seen her one-off film, but Captain Marvel, she was just too perfect. And I was just like, well, nobody cares. Like, she's here, brilliant. Whereas all the other people, they have highs and lows, and that's what you need to portray in your posting on social media. Rosie says, thanks, that's exactly why I love you. Thank you. And Anne says, will do. Awesome. Okay, so we talked about the different ways of getting people's attention. We talked about how we can connect with people in groups. We talked about creating a pillar piece of content, which you can then break up and use to make loads of different pieces of content. Now, I'm going to give you a little sneaky insider. I am doing a workshop with a guy who takes 50 pieces of content a month and turns it into 800. So 50 pieces into 800. It's like nuts, crazy. And he and I are going to do a workshop inside another group that I have, so that he can teach you guys how to do that and teach me as well, because this is the thing. So I want to learn to do things, and therefore I go find the experts, and then I bring them in and I share their knowledge with you, and I learn too. So I've got an amazing person at LinkedIn. He's head of monetization at Digital Marketer. You might know Digital Marketer. It's Brian Dice's company. Massive, huge. So I've got a guy, Marcus Murphy, who I connected with, and he's going to help do some LinkedIn training. Jim Edwards, the king of copywriting, one of my personal clients, he is going to do some copywriting training. AJ is the guy that I was talking about the content repurposing, and he works with lots of 7-figure entrepreneurs and takes their pillar content and turns it into loads of content. So he's going to break down how you can do that if you're on your own, if you don't have massive resources or a massive team. If you do have a massive team, the things you can tell them to go and do, so they can just go and do it, and you just do the thing that you want to do. So those are some of the things that I've got coming up in the future. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but I want to be able to share those with you. So we talked about like creating content and how you can then use that to leverage it and put it out to the public, as it were, rather than hiding in your inbox when people ask you questions, how to take those questions and put them out into public posts, into group posts. And thus, you know, 2 things. One, that everybody else is going to see that content. And if one person's got that question, other people have that question too. So you know you're going to use the right language to speak to them, because you're going to use the language of the person who asked the question. And then number 2, people are going to notice you for helping them. You have to give value first before you expect to grow your audience. You can't just sell all the time completely cold, because nobody's going to follow you. You have to give value, and then the value comes back to you. It's the law of the universe. You can't, create energy. You can only you can like change the energy rather than creating energy. And so you have to think about that the same. You have to give value first to get the value back. You can't expect to get money for nothing. So I want you to be able to put out your content as easily as possible. And you want to be able to do the content that is easiest for you to create, and then just take that and distribute it out. So that's why we talked about pillar content, whether it's video, whether it's writing, what do you feel more comfortable with? And then talking about the things that you're just doing in your life that you know the most about, the things that you're learning. All of those things are interesting to other people, and they give value to other people. Even if you're just funny and entertaining, that is still value. It doesn't have to all be learning. And that's something that I took a long time to realize, because one of my mentors was very much, what's the learning point? What's the learning point? But Netflix, Spotify, all of these massive companies are in existence to entertain us, which means that people just want to be entertained. And if they can learn at the same time, then they tend to remember better. They will also follow you more, because if you're very boring and a teacher, nobody's going to follow you for long. If you're fun and a teacher, people will actually want to be on your training with you, like you guys are right now. So we talked about that too. Now I know that 2 weeks trying to do all of that. We even talked about setting up your email magnets and how you can find the right topics for free without even having to run ads. You can actually find out what people want to learn about, create lead magnets that you know are going to sell before you even put the time, the effort into creating them. So I know that was a lot of stuff to cover in 2 weeks. And Anne asked in the group about, she hasn't had time to do it. So can she join the challenge again? Well, I have something for you that I created off the back of the last challenge that I did. And I had these exact same questions of like, literally, Sam, there's so much stuff in here. I don't have time to go, I didn't have time to get in there at the time. I don't know, whether I can get back in there. I've tried to cram it all in. And I want to be able to keep this momentum up, but there's just like so much that I need to do. And so what I discussed with people, and this is crazy. I'll tell you what the thing is first, then I'll tell you what the crazy thing was. So I thought, what can I do to help you keep momentum? And of course, that then leads to the idea of a membership. So you guys getting access to me every single week. You still get access to me, live calls with me. Now, they're not live calls every single day because you can't maintain being on a live call with me every single week. But what you can do is ask me questions all the time. And then once a week, there is a live Q&A session with me on video. I've come across people who have membership programs and their live Q&A is literally a post and you ask a question, which is no fun, but also very difficult to get the right sense or a deep enough answer on something if they're just texting you back. So you get a live video with me every single week to ask your questions. We are going to have accountability so that you can say, this is what I need to get done. And one of my challenges, my last challenges, has this situation right now. She wanted to get a funnel up before she also flies out to Phoenix tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, Wednesday. And so it depends what time we're watching this, obviously, this week. And so I was on her. And so she said that to the group. And so I was on her and we were on her saying, have you got this done? How can we help you? So the membership has the accountability feature too, to keep you in momentum, because I know that's the worst thing with a course. You buy the course, you're obsessed for 2 weeks, and then it fizzles out because that initial excitement is gone, and it's really hard to maintain that on your own. So you need a group of people around you who will support you and keep you going forward, keep pushing you forward. So you get the accountability, you get forever access to your challenge videos. So that's the other thing. This is, of course, a challenge. The whole point is to get you to take action in the moment, to actually get you to take action. I have been in course support groups for people who've bought a course, and I'll give you the example of Amy Porterfield. She's got a group of people, 3,100 and something people who have bought her digital course academy. And some of these people are, they bought her 2 previous courses, so they got grandfathered into her digital course academy. So there's probably like a few hundred people in there who have sometime over the last 7 years bought one of her courses. And the vast majority of those people still haven't launched a course, which is crazy, like, oh, crazy. And so I know when people buy courses, because I've had it in my thing as well, when people have bought a course from me, they don't do anything. And it's so frustrating because, and you know this from creating your own content, that you literally pour your blood, sweat and tears into, and then people don't do anything. And so the whole point of a challenge is to get you to do stuff, and you have done stuff. I have seen the results. Rosie has had people engaging in her group. Craig is finding clarity on who his people are, you know, and he's in groups posting. I see him in groups posting and getting people posting back, which means he's building up relationships. So people are getting results from taking action. This is on you guys. You are taking action. You're getting results from it, but you need to maintain that. So the challenge was to get you to take action right now in the last 2 weeks so that you actually did the work. And some of you did do the work, and others, I know life gets in the way. So the membership gives you the chance to have forever access to that so that you've got it forever. If you need to dip in and out, you can. And what we'll do is we'll be going deeper in each topic once a week. So 1 week we might dive into one topic. I'm just looking up on my board on the top so I can see what's coming up, but things like really deep on the Facebook profile funnel, literally creating a live video funnel. So how you can do a live video and that actually go into either selling something or an email opt-in. So creating that 1 week, really deep onto exactly how to create that, the things to say, all of that kind of stuff. A content workshop. We've got the Facebook ads basics. That's something that people asked for. So that's something that I'm doing. 1 week, we are going to do how to create a Facebook ad from a post. So it could be a live video or a normal post. So that literally, if you've got a post that you do and it gets amazing engagement, because that's the whole point of doing stuff for free, is to test the ideas out, and it gets amazing engagement, you can maximize that. You can amplify it and scale it by putting some money into it, as much or as little as you want. But I will teach you how to do that. So when you're ready, even if it's not now, you've got that there ready for when you want to go and do that. Also, then we'll do a different workshop on how to create an ad from scratch, a really simple one, so that it just doesn't have to be tech and heavy and difficult. Even people that do ads all the time, sometimes it gets a bit overwhelming that there's all these different things that you can do. It's just like everything. There's all these different social media platforms that you could do. There's all these different ways of making money, courses, memberships, challenges, different ways of creating funnels, and it can be overwhelming. So what the membership is a way of getting clarity and focus and really like deep knowledge on the thing that you need right now. And what I've done this week off the back of working with Stu McLaren is actually created a success path of taking you from where you are and then working out which stage you're at and then get you to the end stage. So most people join at the point where they've got a little list, no list, new business, or they've been going for a couple of years but aren't really getting traction. It's all very, you sell to one person, you get the money. You sell to another person, you get the money. It feels like hard work and hustle. So that's where most people are joining. There are people who are joining at different stages. For example, Jim Edwards has a multi-million-dollar business. You know, he's the writer of the creator of funnel scripts. Here he is. Like he's in he came through one of my challenges before. He's in my membership. So people are at different stages, but most people are joining maybe more towards the beginning. I'm not sure which side is the left of the screen for you guys. I really struggle when it's flipped around. So that's where people mostly are joining. And then we're talking about how to get your first email subscriber on autopilot, i.e. you not having to post and to pitch to people, but literally people just filling up your email list on autopilot. So every single day you can log into whatever you've got, whether you've got ClickFunnels or MailChimp or all the other ones, and you see your email list growing without you doing anything. That is an amazing feeling, because you all do know that when you send out emails make you money. It's nice to see that. It's nice when you can see the correlation, like in ClickFunnels. I can see if I sent out this email, when people click the link and they bought, I can actually see how much money an email made me. That's awesome. And so you know that if you're filling up your email list on autopilot without actually even having to do anything, not even having to post, then you know your future money is going up, because you can just send some emails and you'll make some money. So that's another stage. And then the next stage is to get sales on autopilot with it. So again, you wake up, you check into your Stripe account or your PayPal account or whatever you've got, and you see you've made a sale overnight. That's an amazing feeling. And then we get to the 1,000 a month. And these are just kind of like the stages of how I see it going. So the 1,000 a month, pretty much like on autopilot. So you're putting out your easy posts that are just sharing your journey, and you're having people come through, whether it's your course, whether it's selling products, whatever it is that you do, and you're getting to the 1,000 a month point without doing very much. And then the next stages are like 5 and 10,000, and then getting to a 6-figure business. So that's where most people are going, is towards the 6-figure, and then the 7-figure, getting your 2 Comma Club award. But how we can take you there using your social media, following your audience, and just sharing your journey. So that's the membership. I've got massive plans for this. I've got things like stock photos and captions and like ad templates and all this kind of stuff, because I got tens, and I'm not joking here, like in terms of actual, like even sales funnel templates, I've got tens of those. I've got hundreds, if not thousands, of ad swipe files and landing page swipe files. And so what I want to be able to do is share all this with you, but so in a way that you only go into the bits that you need right now for the stage that you're in. So it's not loads of information. It's about taking action, because we do not need more courses, really. We do not need more information. We just need to know how to get from A to B, the steps to take, and actually to have someone to push us to go and take those steps. So that's what I'm envisaging in terms of like the future of having stock photos and all that kind of thing. But for the moment, it's very much you, me, figuring out what you need and me helping you get there. And so in the future, I see my membership as being like it's going to be 97 when it launches to the public. Right now, you could not get into it unless you are in one of my challenges. So it's going to launch to the public as a $97 offer. I can see it being like a 197, 297, especially as I do the ad templates and the stock photos, because of course there's a cost with that, because I have to get in. I'm not a photographer, so I will get a photographer in to be producing the beautiful images that you see, so you can just post them without having to actually go and buy your own or find your own or take your own. So that's like the future. And so when I first launched this, which was only a few weeks ago, like literally less than a month ago, to my first challenges, I sat down for a weekend. I went away, and I sat down over that weekend. I thought, right, what's a price that's just a completely no-brainer price, bearing in mind where I see this going? And of course, being a founder member, I want people to join now and stay and not leave. And so for as long as you stay, you get this price. And I thought to myself, well, 47 is like a fair price that most people pay for memberships. And I was like, But of course, it's a founder member thing and it's all very raw and real. So while you get lots of access to me, you know, it's not beautifully polished. There aren't, the most amazing membership site. It's a very bare bones membership site and things are going into it every single day. And so then I was like, well, 27 is, again, if you're going to pay 47, then 27 seems like a good deal. And I was like, yeah, but then there's still some thought about that. Like, would you instantly pay 27 or would you? I was like, so does that mean it has to be 17 a month? And I was like, 17 is a no-brainer. Surely 17 is a no-brainer. £17 a month forever, if for as long as you decide to stay a member of what I am currently dubbing Tribe for Life, because the implication is that you stay for life for as long as you want to still be in there and I want to still be going. And so $17 a month is all you will pay for forever access to the challenge content for the future workshops that we're doing. I've told you already about a few of them. So LinkedIn, Facebook ad basics, the content repurposing, deeper diving on all of the content we've covered, making sure actual implementation workshops. So once a month I'll do, and it might even be twice a month, you will be able to come and jump on Zoom with me and a few other people, a load of other people, however many people want to join, and we will commit to getting something done. Now, ClickFunnels have something similar to this called a funnel hackathon, and people go in and like literally they get something done. What I've realized is that it's actually normally one person teaching and then like everybody else just listening. What I want with my implementation workshops is you will get something done. So we will sit there, and even if a few people are talking or whatever, you can be sitting there doing your thing, whether it's creating your content plan for the year. We're going to do a workshop plan on how to create your entire 12 months of content. I can do it in like an hour, but we can actually do creating all of the posts in like two hours. So how you can do all that. So we'll have implementation workshops as well. But what I'm going to do for you really right now is, while I am on the I can't speak and talk and type at the moment. It's a skill that you'll learn, and we'll do a live video workshop as well, where we'll actually do live videos with each other so that you can get used to talking on camera, moving around, being natural, being fun, and still being able to impart really useful information to people so that you can absolutely give a really good experience to the people that are watching you, rather than what I see all the time. And Rosie knows, I've seen Rosie comment on this as well, when people are typing and not saying anything. And I watched this recently and I was just like, no, it's boring for everybody. It's quite funny, actually. I was watching Stu McLaren today and he had about 102 people on live with him. And he was like, oh, this book. And he was like, hold there. I mean, I think he's got a very loyal following. And so he literally left his computer, his phone, whatever it was, and then like walked out of his glass walled office and then around the office and then kind of like dipped down behind a desk and then came back up and then back round again with this book. And I was just like, there aren't that many people that could get away with just leaving the screen for maybe 30 seconds and coming back and pretty much everybody still being on. The numbers actually went up over that time. So I want to teach you how to do that as well. So let's get back into the comments. So hopefully you right now are going, $17 a month, Sam, that's insane. And I'm like, yes, it is, but I want you in there because I want to know what it is that you want, and I can help shape the membership, the founding membership with you. And that's what I want. So let's get into these comments and see. So you can sign up right now. When you go to the page, there's frequently asked questions on there. There's all the stuff. But as you'll see, I'm literally having to give you a cutoff because you need a cutoff. You need to take action, and I can't leave it open forever because that's not fair on everybody else. So the first people had a deadline. Now I'm going to tell you a little secret. Every single person from my first challenge joined my membership. Now, whether that's because there's like so much stuff that they just wanted to get done, I do not know. But every single person joined. Maybe also because it was the first time. And I know that when I come back from Phoenix at my next 2 Comma Club X coaching session, which I know some of you are coming to, I know that when I come back and I am rerunning the challenge at the end of the month, and if you wanted to do it again, you could pay $97 and do it again, or you can pay $17 and just join the membership. So go to the link that's down below or around this video if you're watching on desktop. But I know that I'm going to get told very soon by my coach to launch my membership to the public. And the moment that I do that, I'm going to launch it at the $97 mark, because it would be insane to give away so much to people when they're first joining me. So I want you guys as people who have come through my challenge to get a mega offer, and hence the $17. So anyway, let's jump into these comments. So Rosie says, that's exactly, yes, I read that one. That's exactly why I love you. I'm going to read it again. That's exactly why I love you. I want you to have comments like this. It feels so good because, okay, it feels good because it's like a nice thing to say, but it feels so good because you know that you're giving so much value to someone that they feel like that, which means that they're happy and joyful in their lives and they're going out and giving value to others. And there's the whole ripple effect of I help you feel amazing and give value to your audience, which means that you make other people feel amazing, which means that indirectly I'm making all these people feel amazing. And I want you to have that feeling too. It's just amazing. So Rosie says she needs LinkedIn help. It's on your to-do list for tomorrow. Amazing. Well, we have a workshop coming up for you, you know, if you join the the membership. Anne says she'll be in Phoenix. Awesome. Rosie said, fab, sounds great. That sounds amazing. Anne asks, how do you see this adding to or supporting 2CCX? So I know that not everybody is in 2CCX. And if you are not familiar with the ClickFunnels world, 2CCX is the highest level of coaching you can get with Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels without being in the inner circle. But to get into the inner circle right now, which is $50,000 a year, you have to have gone through 2CCX, which is what I'm a part of, which is what Anne's a part of. It's only a mere $30,000 a year, you know, like it's just a small step down from the inner circle. But so with 2CCX, the onus is very much on trying to get everybody to 2 commas, which is 2 commas, 7 figures, $1 million through a funnel or through a funnel stack, which just means like, you know, an entry offer and then a middle offer or something like that. So the premise of 2 Comma Club coaching, and this is kind of for you and but for anyone else who's watching who is part of that, who is thinking, okay, well, I'm already doing all these things and I'm not sure that I can do more, I can learn more, that I want more information in my brain. And I get you, like I so get you. I am a course junkie, but I know, and that's okay. So the way that I see this helping you is it will get you to take action on the things that will move the needle for you in your business. And I know you're thinking, yeah, but Sam, it's a social media membership. Yes, it is. It's about growing your audience, but also about growing your audience of people who will buy from you. So getting your people to find those people on Facebook and other social media, because there are other social medias out there. And the principles that I teach obviously do work on other platforms. So it's about finding the right people who actually want to buy from you, who love you, who will adore everything that you do, and bringing them through your funnel and selling to them. Now, whether or not you've got a funnel, a click funnel, whatever, like however you sell to people, whether you send them a PayPal link or you call them on the phone or you meet them in person, however you sell to people, you still need to get a load of people to raise their hands and say, yeah, I'm interested. And then you can sell to those people. And if you can get the right people to raise their hands, it makes your life so much easier, like so much easier. So what I want you to think about is, you've got all this information, but have you been taking action? I am the queen of taking action, okay? Like, even if we think about it, Anne, I went to Funnel Hacking Live, I had the idea for a challenge. I've got a challenge. It's running, it's selling. You're here. Other people have been through. You know, I've had an idea for a membership. I've got a membership. So I will make sure, even if I'm the cheerleader in your corner, getting you to do the thing that you need to do, even if it's just an accountability post every single week that says, hey, what do you need to do? And then you tell me the thing. And then we as a collective go, you do that thing. And you will step up to doing that thing, because you'll have the rest of the people that you've got to be accountable to. You'll have me going, have you done the thing? And how can I help you do it? How can I move you forward? Because if you have an area where you're stuck, I know other people have got an area, that same area where they're stuck. So if I help you, I can make that into a piece of content that can help lots of people. So almost, I'm almost I always do crowdsource the content that I need to create, because I'm a huge believer in find people who adore you and who are buyers, find out what their problems are, solve their problems by creating a product to sell to them that solves their problems. And if you do that, rather than building courses, and I have had this from so many of my friends, they spend weeks and weeks building courses or products or websites. Oh, I'm spending like £15,000 on my website. And I'm like, okay, and it's a brand new business. Do you know that your thing sells yet? No, I've got to do my website first. I won't build my audience until I've done my website. I'm like, but what if it doesn't sell? So I will make you take action, and I will, that's one thing that I can do for you and with you. And I don't want to say anything about the 2 Comma Club X coaching because there is so much information in there, but there isn't that much information about your audience. Now, it's really funny, actually. So I watched Russell Brunson's Traffic Secrets, and sorry if you're not in the ClickFunnels world, but this will apply to you at some point. So I watched Russell Brunson's Traffic Secrets presentation that he gave at the last 2 Comma Club X year, and it is so funny, and you'll see this when you go through his training, that the things he talks about are the things that I talk about. So I said them first on social media, but Russell talks about it in Traffic Secrets. So you have to have traffic coming through your sales funnel. Whether it's an online sales funnel or it's a real life sales funnel, you have to have an audience of people coming through. Otherwise, you can't sell, people. Grant Cardone, probably the world's biggest and best sales trainer, says the reason that you do not sell is because people do not know you or they don't remember you. Well, I will make sure that they know you and they remember you. So hopefully that answers the questions, but feel free to keep coming with the questions. So awesome. Anne says, okay, I'm in. Where do I sign up? So I've posted a link. Let's see if I can make it. Oh, I thought I had. Yes, I have. Okay, hold on. Let's make it a pinned comment there. Okay, so in the pinned comment right now, if you go to SamanthaBrownLive.com/tribe-for-life, all words, it's in the pinned comments. I will put this link in the post when I make this video into a post. So for you guys not on live, then it will be in the post too. Click that, join up. I'll bring you right on over into my Tribe for Life group. And I'm really excited because I'm excited to introduce you to all of the people that are in there already as well. So go then, like now, you can go now, go and sign up. Actually, the first time I did this, every single person that was on the live had signed up the moment that I'd come off. So go and join that right now. And you will get then forever access to the challenge content that's in here. But as I said, the real focus is on implementation. That's the thing. It doesn't matter what you know if you don't actually take action and implement what you know. So you need to go and do. That's been the point of the challenge. And so I will keep you in momentum, and you can feel safe and assured that I will keep you in momentum, and so will everybody else. So let's go see. Rosie says, sounds amazing. Can't wait to be a part of it. Woohoo! Awesome, Rosie, and awesome, Anne. I'm so glad to have you guys. Anne says this fits in really nicely. We've got our starter funnels now. We need to become the attractive character and become known. It's funny, when I first found ClickFunnels and I first found Expert Secrets, and I will do a part on this in the membership. There's too much that I want to teach you that I can't get into this challenge. So the challenge is literally like the bare bones of the stuff that you absolutely need to do to get you the fastest results as fast as possible. But there's parts of the attractive character, and what I've actually done is I've created a quiz which you'll get in the membership, which basically helps you identify your Russell Brunson style attractive character based on superheroes and what pillar content works best for you. So you answer some questions and I will tell you your attractive character superhero that will work best on which social media platform and which pillar content. So yes, you do need to become the attractive character. You know, everybody does. Social media is the thing, the way that we are all going to sell in the future. So people that do not embrace social media, those people are all so far behind you guys. It's unreal. When I was watching, and you guys might have seen it, the Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, like world record breaking webinar of 250,000 people or 280,000 people signed up. It's just insane to watch the webinar. They all said that the way that they sell their products now is using social media. Dean Graziosi is selling 8,000 books a day, might be a week, but even so, on social media. That's crazy. Can you imagine bringing in 8,000 new sales a week? That's just insane. I mean, okay, so he's had some time, but he's also very late to the social media game. He only started doing it a year or two ago. So you are, in relative terms, way ahead of them. So social media is the thing that we absolutely need to just get on. But you're here. You know that. I'm preaching to the choir. So, and Anne says that, yes, perfect, you agree, it's the missing part that you're filling. And I kind of feel that too, which is why I think I've had quite some success with lots of the 2CCX people joining this challenge, because it's not something that's taught in the 2 Comma Club X coaching. It's very much about funnel building, which is you need, but you also need to like fill the funnel and the social media aspect, because a lot of the people, so like Russell is introverted, Julie is introverted. These are all 2 Comma, well, these are all ClickFunnels people. Stephen Larson's introverted. They aren't really that comfortable being the attractive character. They've made themselves feel comfortable, but they're not naturally comfortable. And so it's actually very interesting to see the difference in approach between those guys and the way that I naturally do it. Like the whole Dream 100 concept is just something that I naturally do because of how I am with people. I just connect with people. I just talk. But if you're not naturally that kind of person, you need, it helps to learn from somebody who can help you make it feel more natural and do the things that the person who does it naturally would do. So that's what I want to help teach you. Rosie says that you didn't feel I did well with ClickFunnels, but whenever you talk about it, I feel like I ought to get back into it. And Anne says she would encourage Rosie to relook at it. Yes, totally. And I'm going to do a session in the membership on, literally, we will together handhold go through setting up your first lead magnet. Now, for lots of people, they don't need that. They've already got one. Or maybe you want to set up another one. Maybe you've got one lead magnet that brings in emails like on autopilot. Maybe you want another one. Like, why not? So we can do that together. Who was I talking to? What was I listening to recently? I think it was on the Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins webinar with Russell Brunson. And Russell said that if he were to start over with ClickFunnels, I think it was on that. It was something, no, it wasn't. I lie. It was on Russell Brunson's podcast. So he's got a podcast called Marketing Secrets. It's really, really good. Go listen to it if you haven't, but not until you've signed up to Try for Life. And so he was talking about the advice he would give one of his first mentors, a guy called Mark Joyner. Mark Joyner was like one of the original online direct marketing type people. Anyway, but he's like fallen off a cliff and isn't really very relevant anymore and doesn't know what he's doing, and posted on social media that he didn't know what he was doing. Could someone help him? So Russell did a podcast, and Russell said if he started over with ClickFunnels, you would not be able to get access to everything in ClickFunnels from the start. You would get access to building a lead funnel. And then when you got that and you got leads, you would then get access to the next bit, which might be selling through funnels. And then the next bit, which might be a membership through funnels. Because when you overwhelm people with information, they get confused, just like on your Facebook profile funnel, they get confused and don't know what to do. So you need to do the simple steps, the small things that make a big difference, and just do that, and then do the next one, and then do the next one. So that's kind of like, well, that's what the membership is for. So Rosie says, yes, maybe you should. You absolutely should, and I will make you do it because Rosie lives near me, so I will enforce her. So anyway, what I will do is I will wrap up these 2 weeks with saying I am so proud of everything that you have achieved. Some people have been active and some haven't, and I get that life gets in the way. So even if you've just been watching along and not commenting, first of all, start commenting, because you attract the kind of people that you are. And so if you want people engaging on your social media, you need to start engaging on social media. So start commenting, not just on my live videos, but generally in live videos. I've seen Anna posting videos. Anna also has been trying to do the sharing her video from her profile when she's live on her page. And she's tagged me in, like, just tag me in, guys, I'll come and I'll give you some love and some hearts. So I've seen some success there. I've seen Rosie getting some great results in her group of people actually responding. It's really hard to run a group. I'm trying to think of things off the top of my head, but I've just seen people taking action. Craig, I know that you came in feeling overwhelmed and that you weren't sure where you wanted to focus, and I know that you're getting more clarity. I see the posts that you're putting up there. I see you testing stuff. That's all we have to do. We just have to test different ideas, see which ones work, and then do them again. So, and Anne, I know you've been busy with the other 2CCX stuff, and so I'm really thrilled that you're going to come and join the membership, because I'd love to have you in there, and I'd love to have everybody in there. Like I really would. If we could maintain my 100% status, then that would be amazing. But no, really. Like obviously, but no. If you've enjoyed this, if you've missed out on this, don't pay to come and do the challenge again. Come and join the membership. Let me show you how we can keep you in momentum. That's the whole point of the membership. And I've had an amazing time with you. I've really enjoyed. I love, you might notice this, I love doing this. I love being able to share the stuff that I have in ways that applies it to your specific business so that you can go and take action immediately. And when you do take action and you get results, that gives me the best feeling. And create stories, and stories of the things that sell, testimonials, stories of things that sell. So that's what I really want to kind of impart with you, is that just go and try stuff. If it works, great. If it doesn't, no worries, just try something else. You've got 1.5 billion people on Facebook. You're not going to run out of people. Don't worry about saying the wrong thing. You are never going to run out of people to be in your audience, to grow your audience with. So just go and try stuff every day. If you do that, if you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, you will have success. No matter whether you join the Tribe for Life or not. You know, if you do, amazing. If you don't, I wish you all the best in anything else that you do, but just try new things, push yourself outside of your comfort zone. I like to say, rather than saying outside the comfort zone, I like to say that you're stepping into your adventure zone. Feels a bit more rock and roll. So go and go and do amazing stuff. You know, you guys, you came here, you tried, you implemented, you learned some new stuff, you made some new friends, and we've all had an amazing time. So I'm going to wrap up there. Anne says it's really helpful, Samantha. Many thanks. Running to your car to get your credit card. Awesome. Go and join right now. Rosie says she's signed up. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. And you know, if you don't join Tribe for Life, I do live videos all the time. You can still learn stuff. It's just not as specific to you. But you know, there are so many resources out there, but I just want to help you get results. And that's why I want you to come through the membership, so that you can come along the success path and actually see the steps that you need to take to get to the next stage. I'm going to make it so simple for you that you cannot go wrong. And if you do, you can just, you know, there's no commitment. So just come on in, come and join. I would love that. Rosie, and they would love you to come and join as well. I've had an amazing time with you guys here on over the last 2 weeks. And yeah, I hope you come and join. But if you don't, then that's okay too. You know, I'm a very big believer, and I get this from lots of people too. I'm a very big believer in there is enough for everybody. There's more than enough for everybody to have more than enough, and there'll still be more than enough left over. So have an amazing day, have an amazing evening, whatever you're doing, and I will see you over in Tribe for Life. And there is a different Facebook group for you, so come on in. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.